Morgen, guys.
Guten Morgen. Good morning. It's afternoon, but it's fine. I don't know what good afternoon is.
We do not. But hey, guys. Chloe and Michael again.
Yeah.
And welcome back. And so we are going to Germany today.
So what we're doing today is reflecting back on an adventure we had in late 2016, turning into 2017. Chloe got it in her head that she wanted to go to a Viennese Ball. They have those in Vienna, hence the name.
It is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
You can go to a ball and
go to
feel
the
like
ball?
a princess for the evening.
I did not feel like a princess, so I don't know if I was gypped or
But
not.
he was my prince.
He was something about a frog. But we went there, we did it. It was a little over a week. There's no way to make that one video, so we broke it into two about how we went into Germany, specifically Munich, got down to Vienna by way of Salzburg. So that'll be kind of two videos. We'll try to do a German one and an Austrian one.
Yeah.
Because the cultures are very different.
Yes. Well, and because there's so much good food and drinks that we can't throw it all into one because we want to make multiple things for you guys.
Actually, I want to look at the beers first, if that's okay with you.
That is never not okay with me.
All right.
Let's do it.
We wanted to keep it as cheap as possible, and the Viennese Ball was very expensive. So we had to find ways
Whoopsies.
to make it a lot cheaper for us. And one of the ways to do that was free airline travel that Chloe provided.
I didn't give you very much in that bottle.
No, it's 11 point something. 11.2 fluid ounces. They don't give you a full 12 because reasons.
So yeah, kept the cost down and flew into Munich
Yep.
in first class.
We got first class. So a little bit of backstory it was because with the kids, we get them every other year on Christmas and every other year on Christmas Eve. So we made a Christmas Eve Christmas the day before.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Had a big Christmas day then. So our December 25th, we've already done Christmas, so we flew when very few people are flying.
Yeah.
And so it made it really open, especially for standby travel when you're hitchhiking through the sky.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
We flew from San Diego to Newark to
No,
Munich.
we did not.
Where did we go?
We flew from LA to Newark.
LA to Newark. Now I'm in San Diego. I think everything's San Diego. LA to Newark.
Okay, so oh my God, this looks delicious. So we got Hofbräu House beer.
Yep.
And I mean, before we continue the story, Michael, I think we should cheers.
Yeah.
Let's get started. So Prost.
Prost. Yeah. Very Hefeweizen.
Oh my gosh, I'm back there already.
Yeah. It's. Turns out they do a good job.
Yum.
Yeah. So we went to our hotel. We stayed in the Westin in Munich, which is very nice. Everyone working there was fantastic. They had a great bar. There's a nice restaurant downstairs. There's a kind of authentic German
Yeah, it's so cool.
thing downstairs. And it was decorated for Christmas, so everyone was very seasonal.
Perfect.
We did immediately when we landed at the airport, we rented a car. I tried to surprise her with like a nice, like glitzy BMW because we're going to a ball. And it was great. The people at the place were like, you do not want, you did not know that. It was going to be a nice upscale like BMW sedan. And the people we rented with, six, when I described the itinerary at the desk, they're like, you do not want to do that. We want to go up into the Alpine Mountains. And they're like, yeah, we'd really rather you switch to an SUV.
Oh.
They actually gave us a really good deal. We paid less money. We downgraded status, but got a really nice Volkswagen SUV for the mountains that had 4-wheel drive and all this snow.
Yeah, it was nice.
And because of the time change, we were all a little out of it, and it's 10 a.m. And I wanted to go out.
Let's go.
And kind of nothing's open. We found the one thing that's open. It was a nice beer garden. I forget the name of it. She'll include it in the description where we went.
It's very nice.
And we knew they opened at like 10:30 or 11. we were some of the first people like banging on their door to open. So it would have been December 26th for them.
Yeah, so
but
we're like,
trying to
guys,
get them
wake
to
up,
open.
we're ready
Yeah,
to party.
we're ready
Have
to
a
go.
good time.
And
Everyone's
it's,
like, no.
yeah, it's Christmas midnight to us. So we're ready to go and pretty much hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So we found a place and we're going to try to recreate some of the meal we had there. And it's schnitzel. So schnitzel could be pretty much any pounded flat meat that's breaded. Everyone's pretty much...
Delicious.
Yeah.
Pounded meat.
Pounded meat, giggity. So you hear Wiener Schnitzel a lot, which it does start from Vienna. And Viennese, Wien is actually Vienna. So Wiener Schnitzel is Vienna Schnitzel, which is typically veal. I generally don't eat veal. You don't much.
No.
We found that when we traveled Germany, pretty much every restaurant we went to had schnitzel, pork schnitzel on the menu.
Yeah.
Probably because we visited a lot of tourist places. Maybe.
Yeah.
It was very tourist. We did tourist locations, as you would expect, but it's a comfortable dish. My brother Joe lived in Austria for a year, and apparently his battle was, I have to maintain my weight because of schnitzel. He would eat schnitzel like every other day.
Oh gosh.
And we're going to do that now. It is not a diet food at all. Nor is the beer, but we're going to make it work somehow. I think when we hit Munich, we were going basically there to make our way to Vienna. And in the interim, we had a couple days to kill. So we got there with enough time, enough cushion. You got to kind of budget that when you're doing standby travel.
Yes.
Chloe, being the princess that she is, wants to visit a princess castle. And there's a princess castle.
Well, I wanted to go home.
Yeah, to her princess castle in the sky. And there is what apparently, rumor is Disney kind of created the model of the Disney castle off the castle in Neuschwanstein. So we went to the Neuschwanstein Castle, toured that for a day.
Oh, it was so good to see all my old rooms.
Yeah.
The grounds.
Yep. She got dressed by like whistling and hummingbirds came out and dressed her. It's amazing. I will say when we drove down there, you wore very princess clothes and high heels if you're gonna go there. What's your advice on high heels?
They weren't quite high heels, but they were 3-inch heel boots. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. So bad. I mean, they were booties. Like they're good to go. You can walk around in them all day. But you can't go downhill in them. It was awful. I'm really on an incline and I'm like trying to like baby step walk down and like, oh my gosh, I look like such an idiot. And it got to a point where I could not.
You do a hike up to the castle, then there's another hike to a bridge, which is just full of tourists packed onto the bridge trying to take pictures of the castle.
Yes, which I was not going to miss at all.
It was fun. We did the hike down, we get to the castle, and we missed the very last. It's a little kind of authentic German wagon being drugged by a donkey.
Yeah.
Or a jackass. We missed the last one, so Chloe found another alternate jackass to take her down the mountain.
Touche!
Yeah, it was like, I will ride this stupid donkey down the hill.
He was very handsome.
Yeah, she fed me carrots or something. I don't know. It was like, I can't make it down, and decided to carry her down the hill. It was pretty funny.
You had to, you guys.
Wear appropriate shoes.
It was not good. Thank you.
Love you. I love you too.
Love you so much.
It's fabulous shirt. I'm a big fan of history. A lot of particular things really fascinate me. The Weimar Republic, early kind of 1920s Germany is really interesting. I took a couple courses in college about that and the rise of Nazi Germany. And kind of hence the history of going to Hofbrauhaus, where a lot of that history took place in the early 1922, 23. A lot of things happened in that particular beer hall, and it was a kind of center of political meetings, which was really interesting. And I give them props when we went there to the Hofbrauhaus,
which was in Munich.
It was back in Munich, and it's a super cavernous hall with tons of people.
Yep.
And you look around the ceiling, and the first clue on the ceiling is they had light sconces, I guess there are. And they had,
well, and it's all decorated. The ceiling is decked out with artwork all over the ceiling. But something in particular that Michael knew of
was around the lights, each one of them was a Bavarian flag, but in a very interesting way. The Bavarian flag, and so Munich is the city, Bavarian would be like Bavaria would be the state that it's in, and people are very proud of their heritage there in Bavaria, but the Bavarian flag is a checked blue and white flag, and in the Hofbrauhaus they had a very particular pattern around the lights that was a blue and white checked Bavarian flag.
Right.
But it was not painted like you would normally see. It was a 4-armed swirl around it.
Almost like a pinwheel.
Yeah, a little pinwheel around the thing with their flag.
Pinwheel-esque flags.
And apparently what it was those were covering up swastikas that were painted on the ceiling before, and they took it back over clearly post World War II, and they repainted it with the state Bavarian flag by the swastika. But I do honor they didn't try to whitewash it or completely blow it away. They're just all right, we're leaving the thing there, the history is there, but now it's the state of Bavaria. Takes it over. So that was really interesting to sit there. And I love the history of sitting there and the fact that in 1920 something through 1940 something, it would have been a very different feel. And now you're sitting there in 2016, on the verge of 2017, and you're mingling we talked with farmers from outside that were you're eating at picnic tables, which feels great because you're kind of communing with everybody, but you're talking to farmers from Munich across the table, to an immigrant family from Spain next to us.
Yes.
And so there's every color of the rainbow people mingling in a place where that wasn't acceptable. So the places stayed the same.
Almost 100 years
yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. The places stayed the same. The people and the ethos has vastly changed. So that was really interesting to me.
Yeah. Must go.
Yeah. Absolutely go to the Hofbrauhaus in Munich if you have the chance. Have some authentic German food, sit there and listen to Oompa Band and mingle with people at picnic table.
Yeah. And then sneak away.
Yep.
And go upstairs.
Yeah.
Do tell, Michael.
So,
the
the history of that is where the first meetings of the Nazi Party happened. It's not the exact location of the Munich Beer Hall Putsch. It's adjacent. But it's kind of where the Nazi Party got started, is upstairs of that. And it's
definitely eerie going up there.
Yeah. We set out early morning. We stopped at Berchtesgaden, which... Yep. So I wanted to stop at Berchtesgaden because it was the end of World War II, at least in the European theater. It used to be a big Nazi retreat. It's where Hitler, you see a lot of pictures and video of him as a retreat.
Like a summer house.
Yeah, a summer house-esque type of thing for elite individuals at that time in Germany. But they selected that place because it's so beautiful.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, and the drive was amazing. The 4-wheel drive was necessary.
Yeah, we definitely needed the SUV.
But we just did a restaurant up there. It was basically just called a group house, something or other in Germany. So we went.
But that was so cool.
It was so beautiful. You just sat there, and we weren't even hungry at the time. We just sat down.
Right.
And had a puff pastry with whipped cream.
Oh, it was
the
thing to have there. I got to sit right by the window and look out, and you're overlooking the valley and the mountains. And then we got to go outside. And by the way, again, it's Christmas time, and it's freezing and there's snow everywhere. But we were like, no, we gotta get a picture.
Yeah.
Gotta get a picture.
Yeah.
So. It was
And I stupid, like, if you're gonna go there, do not wear dress shoes. I had nice dress shoes with no grip on them. And so it was a downhill slope with ice, and I looked like a baby deer trying to get.
We didn't pick the right shoes.
We absolutely never, neither of us picked the right shoes ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that and got back in the car and then headed to Austria, which we'll talk about next. But now we're going to try to recreate the meal we saw everywhere in Bavaria, which is Schnitzel. She's generally not a pork fan, but if you fry it, she likes it.
No. Well, this type of pork. This type.
Yeah, she likes some parts of the pig.
Oh, yeah.
Try to do kind of a German potato salad, a warm potato salad.
Cool. Okay, let's go.
For Schnitzel, the key is this is too thick. You're gonna end up really quickly frying something. So no one likes raw pork in the middle. It's not a good thing. There's no pork carpaccio. So you want to spread that out as thin as you possibly can. A lot of the ways to do that are with saran wrap. You can put it on either side. You can just pound it out, but it may be easiest just to put it into a Ziploc bag. Put some water and don't seal it up yet. We're gonna need some.
Just kidding.
We're gonna need a little water and oil there so it can kind of slide. Otherwise, it gets sticky. So if you can help me out with a tiny splash of oil and a little bit of water.
Yes,
so
sir.
it can
Right away, sir.
Seal up, and then you don't want to go overboard, but you do want to make sure because it's nice and pounded flat. So, you want me to do this?
Yeah.
Is
What?
A nice 8-pound sledgehammer.
Are you seriously gonna use that?
I'm really gonna use this. It's an 8-pound sledgehammer.
Michael.
What you want is a nice surface area, some heft to it. We don't have a meat tenderizer, so this is gonna be our meat tenderizer for today.
Okay.
So we'll see how much this works. All right. Then you take your trusty kitchen sledgehammer and pound that meat as flat as everyone has a kitchen sledgehammer. Who doesn't? Come on.
Oh wait, do we want to seal this?
It's sealed. It's sealed. Oh, now it's sealed.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're gonna.
Kids, don't try this at home.
You're gonna pound this out as flat as possible, and you're gonna try to do glancing blows. You don't want to go just direct down. You're trying to slide it out to make a pork pancake. Okay. And now you can see after a vicious beating that this size pork chop has become this size pork chop. Much thinner, much broader, and ready for frying. We're gonna do that 2 more times, and we'll be ready for oil.
Can I do it?
Yep. Gotta hold it really close.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Chloe's gonna do one. And you don't wanna just, and you don't want it, so one thing, you don't wanna just go straight down. You wanna skim, so you wanna push it out.
You said that earlier and I wasn't quite paying
Yeah.
attention.
You wanna kind of pull each, so. Ooh, that's too hard. All right.
Oh, I'm putting a hole in it.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
You take over.
All right. You want to kind of glaze on. I think that looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that looks great.
Boom.
Still just astonished that we're using this tool.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, a little
This
hole.
is how we do.
There's a little hole in there, but it'll bread nicely. Alright.
Okay, lumberjack.
So with every schnitzel that we had, there was some type of potato side attached to it, whether it was fries, scalloped potatoes, or salad. We're gonna do a
They're doing it right.
Yeah,
Potatoes.
So what we're gonna do is a hot potato salad. The first thing we're gonna do is cook some bacon. From that bacon fat, we're gonna fry up a little bit of onion, and then we'll steam our potatoes and mix it in a little bit of all the ingredients we have here, which we'll talk through in a hot second.
So we have the potatoes in, and they're steaming right now. We have that in another video if you guys want to check that out. I'll put the link below on how we kind of steam potatoes. But as always, all of our videos also link back to our blog that we have online, curiousleys.com, and I have all the recipes, all the instructions there as well. So, yeah.
And she needs to have that because I don't follow instructions. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants on almost everything I do.
So
it normally works out.
It helps people. They want to know.
So first thing we're gonna do is dredge these guys in some flour. That's about half a cup of flour. We're gonna throw in about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Garlic salt. I didn't have garlic salt, so I made garlic salt out of half and half of garlic powder and just plain old salt. It can work. And then a half tablespoon of paprika. Paprika makes everything better always. No problem in life can be solved by paprika. We're gonna have egg, and our oil is looking angry. That's what we want. These guys are going in here. So I think our oil is pretty rocket hot. Woo! There it is. Look at that. All right. Now you're going to take that. That's an outstandingly breaded fillet. So now you're going to lay that as flat as you can into this bubble oil. So you're going to want to fry it on one side for about 3 minutes, flip it over, and you got a wonderful pork chop. Alexa, set pork timer for 2 minutes.
Pork timer, 2 minutes, starting now.
To the sauteed onions, I'm going to add about a half cup of white vinegar. You can use apple cider if that's to your liking. Then about a tablespoon, like 3/4 of a tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to the remainder of salt, 1/4 tablespoon of salt. You can also do mustard in there as well. I'll do about a half tablespoon of mustard. This mustard has horseradish, which is a Munich thing. And now I need to get the pork out. So that'll settle. So we're very fortunate that lemons grow in our yard. So we're gonna have one sliced up for the pork, and then the other one's gonna go right into the pot for the potatoes.
One for me and you.
Yep.
This one for potatoes.
Yep.
Let's go. Top it off. A little more green, so it seems slightly more healthy. And that's it. We're done.
All right. Cheers.
Okay. Prost.
Prost.
You're gonna try this one. Bacon and potatoes.
Bacon, potatoes, and pork.
Oh.
If she likes pork, then it's good.
I'm going in for a second, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys.
Yeah, and then we'll get to eating. The potato, the pork, the beer, it all pairs super nicely.
Yeah, so definitely try this at home if you guys would like, and go visit Germany when you can. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed.
Next time,
Yeah, so.
Vienna, Salzburg, Sound of Music.
Oh, yes there is. And a ball.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Seriously, you gotta go. Thank you so much for watching, and Prost.
Prost. Germans make a good beer.